What's up, everybody? AFC EASTIEBOYS, and we bringing you your Week 4 picks. There you go. You can see the records right now after 3 weeks of football. Waffles and Cat are both sitting at 34 and 13 with Monday night still to go, and both of us had picked Baltimore. So let's go with Week 4. Thursday night, we got bird teams playing each other. We got the Cardinals and the Seahawks. I am going to go with the Seahawks here. I think with the Cardinals losing James Conner and not really having a good, secure backup running back over there, I think that's going to affect the passing game. So I'm going to go Seahawks.
I'm also taking the Seahawks for this game. I don't trust Kyler Murray and the Cardinals against the Seahawks defense, especially without their running back, James Conner. So we're going Seahawks all the way. Go Darnold.
Go Darnold. All right, so the next game on the slate starts our international games. It's going to be Sunday morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, with the Vikings and the Steelers. Now, we got two good defenses going to be going up against each other. A veteran quarterback in Aaron Rodgers and a backup veteran quarterback in Carson Wentz. This Viking defense, man, even though the Steelers have T.J. Watt, this Viking defense is something serious. I think Aaron Rodgers. I'm probably not going to be playing Aaron Rodgers in my fantasy league this week because I do think the Viking defense is going to come out and dominate once again. But I think this time, like, Carson Wentz is going to be able to use the offense a little bit better. And you never know. We may have J.J. Carthy back by that time. So, I'm going Vikings over Steelers.
I'm also taking the Vikings over the Steelers. Sorry, babe. I'm thinking Rodgers is going to throw an interception, and that's going to be what costs him the game for this one. Vikings defense takes it. Go Vikings.
Go Vikings. And then next to start the 1 o'clock slate, we got the Falcons and the Commanders in Atlanta. This could be another Marcus Mariota game. This could be Michael Penix Jr. or Kirk Cousins game. Most likely Michael Penix Jr. I think the Falcons bounce back here. I do think they do better, but the way that the Commanders are playing, even with their backup, Marcus Mariota, a veteran backup, their running game, they have the receivers that can get the job done. But the Falcons, man, if Michael Penix Jr. can play this game properly and command this offense properly with Bijan Robinson back there, this is a hard game to call. I'm going with the Commanders here, though. I think they're still gonna do enough to win that game.
I'm taking the Commanders on this one as well. After the performance the Falcons put up last week with the big 0, I just can't trust them. Even with Bijan Robinson, he screwed me on my parlay. So to hell with the Falcons, we're going Commanders.
To hell with the Falcons, we're going Commanders. All right, so the next game is a game where either somebody gets their first loss and somebody gets their first win, or we have a 4-0 team and a 0-4 team, and that's between the Chargers and the Giants. I mean, obviously, I'm going Chargers here. I mean, unless the Giants do something drastic, like pull Russ Wilson and start Jackson Dart, I don't see them doing much. Although Malik Neighbors will have a much better game against the Chargers than he did last night against the Chiefs, because the Chiefs just went straight up and shut him down. Like, that was their game plan. But it could happen again.
Yeah, and it definitely worked.
It could happen again. Jim Harbaugh is definitely the type of coach to be like, oh, damn, the Chiefs did this and they shut him down completely. We're going to do the same thing. I got the Chargers winning that. I got the Chargers going to 4-0, and I got the Giants going 0-4.
I also took the Chargers. Russell Wilson's going to throw a moonball interception, and that's going to seal the deal for the Giants.
What's up, Frozen Fin Fam? Welcome in. Thank you, thank you. Make sure to smash that like button. And then the next game we got Titans and Texans. Both teams are kind of like fringe, okay. Not bad, but not great either. This one's really hard to call. I actually think this might be the game where Cam Ward and the Titans like figure it out and squeak away a win, a last minute win, not like a dominating win, but like it's going to be close, kind of like the Jaguars Texans game, and the Texans are going to lose in the same kind of fashion, I feel like, to the Titans.
All right, so this will be the first one we disagree on this week. I'm taking the Texans. I think Nick Chubb is pissed off and he wants touchdowns. He's going to say, "Feed me Seymour" to CJ Stroud, and Texans are going to win it over the Titans. Cam Ward, you're doing good, man. You're doing good, but you're not going to make this one.
Not gonna make this one, he says. No, I could easily see the Houston Texans winning this game. I just wanted to. I can also easily see the Titans doing it too, though. All right, and then the next one we got Eagles and Bucks, which is gonna be a good game. This is a conference
It's
battle.
going to be a fun game to watch. I agree.
This is an NFC conference battle. Eagles fighting for. They're both fighting to stay undefeated, right? Both teams are 3-0 going into week 4. One of them is no longer going to be undefeated. And I like what Baker Mayfield's doing. I like what the Buccaneers are doing, but they just lost Mike Evans. We don't really know how long Mike Evans is going to be out, but the fact that he's out and leaves them with Egbuka and a bunch of tight ends, unfortunately, I don't see them being able to beat the Eagles with a limited offense. Like if Mike Evans rolls out there and he's okay to go and he's good to go, I could definitely see this being a closer game for sure because you have the threat of Baker Mayfield airing it out with you. But if it's just Egbuka and Kate Otten and a bunch of no-name receivers and Bucky Irving, they're going to shut the run down. They're going to make Baker Mayfield pass the ball, and whether these receivers can catch it, that's going to be the question. I don't know the receivers. Like, I don't know enough on their backup receivers to know if, like, these guys are going to be able to catch the ball. So I'm going Eagles. Eagles, Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown's going to get himself 2 touchdowns. Dallas Goedert's going to get a touchdown. Saquon Barkley going to get a touchdown. That's 4 touchdowns right there from the Philadelphia Eagles, winning 34-24.
I'm taking the Eagles on this one as well, but I think this game is going to be one in the trenches. This is going to be a run-heavy game, a lot of tush-push, a lot of Barkley first downs, and the Eagles are going to take it.
So let's talk about that tush-push because the NFL is definitely tired of it. They should have banned it. They had a meeting.
They had their opportunity.
They had a meeting to ban it. Not enough teams voted to ban it, and now all those teams are regretting the fact that they didn't vote in favor of banning it. So now the NFL is basically just watching the Philadelphia Eagles with a fine-tooth comb, calling false starts, etc., etc. But they missed one. They missed 2 false starts in the Rams game. So it's just something we got to deal with, and that's just an extra added factor that we have to take in consideration when we're picking these games. So you got Eagles too, you said?
The Eagles too. And then we move to the loser bowl, the Panthers and the Patriots.
Well, I mean, it's not that much of a loser bowl. At least they both have a win. And the Panthers have a better win.
They do. I'm taking the Panthers on this one.
You're taking the Panthers?
I am.
I hate to say it, man. Like I said this week, the Steelers didn't win that game against the Patriots. The Patriots lost that game. And I'm going to go with the Patriots. I'm going to say they're not going to lose this game against the Panthers.
Right.
Saints and the Bills. Let's not spend a lot of time here.
This is literally the only one I had circled before I turned the page,
This
and it's Bills over the Saints.
this
Pretty
this
pretty
one's
easy pick there.
this one's not going to be an upset. Come on, this one's not going to be an upset. If the Saints were going to upset anybody, it would have been the Seahawks this week. The Saints are not going to win this game. They'll be lucky to score 10 points. They'll be like Bills go 4-0. There you go. I said it. I fucking said it. AFC East. Fuck you, Buffalo Bills.
Fucking Bills. All
Fucking
right,
Bills.
and then we got the Browns and the Lions.
Remember, Browns are that team I said all year long. That's that trap game. That's the team you got to watch out for because you never know when they're going to come to play. And you've seen it this week against the Green Bay Packers, who were looking pretty dominant, right? Looking pretty dominant in the league. And they came out and they made it a muddy game. They made it a ground and pound game. They just, like, ran that clock out and ended up winning at the end. But they're not going to do that against the Lions.
Yeah, I'm taking the Lions on this one as well. We haven't seen them play tonight, but I got a feeling they're going to be put up another stellar performance, and Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to blow them out of the water. It's going to be a high passing game because that's what Jared Goff likes to do. He likes to throw the ball.
Yeah, I do think that they're going to try and beat them through the air, and they're not going to try and beat them through the ground because they do have a better team than the Green Bay Packers as far as offense goes. Their quarterback is a better vet, and their receivers, they have better receivers.
All right, so then the Jaguars and the 49ers.
Another unimpressive matchup, right? Jaguars and 49ers. Neither team really looks good. 49ers are 3-0, but it's not an impressive 3-0. It's kind of just like, hey,
No.
you just did better than your opponent that week. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go.
I mean, but they did it 3 times, so.
Yeah. This time though, we're most likely gonna have Brock Purdy back. Brock Purdy was on the fringe of being back this week, but they let him rest. So it's very highly likely that they bring him back this week and he plays the Jaguars. So this might be a Brock Purdy led 49er team, if that makes any difference for you. Which it does. It makes a big difference. And I think
the 49ers are going to take that one. With Brock Purdy coming back off an injury, they still got Christian McCaffrey.
Juwan Johnson, Juwan Jennings. Like, they do have the team.
Even without George Kittle, they think they still take the win here.
You got Brian Thomas Jr., Travis Etienne, Bajul Tatul, Trevor Lawrence. I think I'm gonna go Jaguars here.
Ooh, controversy.
I think they're gonna make up for the poor performance they had against the Houston Texans, their divisional opponent. Then the next one is the Colts and the Rams. And
this one's hard.
Going into the year, right? Going into the year, you're like, oh, Rams win this one easily, right? Not so much anymore. Not after watching a pretty dominating Colts team go 3-0 so far.
Yeah. It's been a wild ride for the Indianapolis Colts, and I don't think the ride's over yet. I'm taking the Colts over the Rams on this one.
I'm gonna go with the Rams, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I don't see the Colts beating the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Rams almost beat the Philadelphia Eagles, and they almost did it last year. Okay. And they're a much better team. I like the offense from the Rams and the defense from the Rams better than the Colts. Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams are going to have a field day, and that's what it's going to be. Rams over Colts, and the Rams, a little added extra for this game. The Rams are going to do to the Colts what the Colts have been doing to other teams.
All right, so then we move to the Bears and the Raiders.
I'm going to go with the Bears on this one. I do think last week, I don't think it was a fluke, I don't think it's something that we can expect every week, but we have seen the Bears kind of come out and perform pretty well 2 weeks in a row now against decent defenses. Now, the Dallas Cowboys aren't a decent defense, but they are good up front. And that's why you've seen a lot of passing from Caleb Johnson. And that's exactly how the Raiders are going to be. Like they're good up front, but if you can pass the ball on them, you can most likely win that game.
And I am taking the Raiders for the sheer factor of they need this one.
Yeah, they need it, but they're not going to get it. Not going to get it. Not going to get it. Not going to get it.
Either way, taking the Raiders. We're split on that one. You're going Bears. I'm going Raiders. So far, we're split on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games this week. Moving into the Ravens-Chiefs game.
Now, this game last year was the start of the NFL season. It was Chiefs versus Ravens. Ravens almost won that game. They should have won that game. If they would have played last year, if they would have played the Chiefs in week 4, they would have won that game. Derrick Henry just didn't quite have it yet, right?
He wasn't meshed with the team yet. He didn't have the time with him, the experience with him. He didn't know what Lamar was going to be able to do, what he was going to be able to do.
Right. But
that's over.
That's over.
They know what they're going to do now.
And the way I look at it right now, the Chiefs team was a better team last year playing in week 1 against the Ravens than they are this year. They're definitely injured this year. We might get Xavier Worthy back this week, but it's not guaranteed, so definitely keep an eye on that because that would definitely be the X factor in the Chiefs winning this game. But as it stands right now, I cannot see the Chiefs winning this game. But at the same time, I won't be surprised if Patrick Mahomes goes and pulls some super miraculous stunts that win the game for him. But I'm going Ravens on this.
I'll second you on that one. Ravens all the way. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry going to rush for a couple touchdowns each. And the Ravens take the Chiefs.
And then we got the game of the week. Even though it's not really the game of the week, it's still going to be the game of the week on Sunday night. The game of the week because
Packers and the Cowboys.
Because it's a revenge game. You got Micah Parsons coming back to Dallas, but not for a visit, not to eat lunch with Jerry Jones and the boys. No, it's to make them lunch. That's what he's coming back to Dallas for. He's probably been waiting for the day that he can put Dak Prescott on his ass for all that shit he talks in practice and stuff. He's like,
ooh, that boy waiting to make some sandwiches out of them men.
He probably told him one day at practice, like, Dak Prescott, one day there's going to be a day I'm going to put you on your ass, boy. I'm going to put you on your ass, boy. And that's going to happen. That's going to happen on Sunday night next week when the Packers travel to the Cowboys and win this game in dominating fashion.
He said, I can't wait to flatten you in person.
So I'm going Packers over Cowboys next Sunday night.
We are also taking the Packers. The Cowboys defense just doesn't know what the fuck they're doing and keep letting these high number of points get run up on them. We're going to say the Packers do just that. And it's going to be mostly through the air. Josh Jacobs going to get a receiving touchdown as well. But we're taking Packers over the Cowboys, and we're going to say 35-28.
35-28. I don't even give them that much. I'll stick with the 35, though, but I'm saying like maybe 17 for the Cowboys. That's on a George Pickens.
I'm thinking Dak Prescott's going to be playing from behind the whole time, so he's going to be trying to fling that rock down the field. He'll probably pick up an interception along the way, but they're going to try and stay relevant like they did against the Giants.
Okay, I can see that. I can for sure see that. Okay, I see where you're going with that one. And then we got 2 Monday night games. 2 Monday night games. We're gonna skip the first one.
Oh.
And we're gonna cover
the
late one real quick.
So the Bengals and the Broncos.
Bengals and the Broncos. Broncos. This one isn't hard to call right now. Jake Browning. We already know Joe Burrow's out for at least 12 weeks.
Browning going long. Intercepted. Oh, no.
Browning struggled against the defense he played this week, the Vikings, and the Broncos are just as bad. Like
those struggles are just going to continue.
Yeah, the Broncos are just as bad. So I'm going Broncos on this one. Defensive win, probably a touchdown. Patrick Surtain gets himself a pick 6. Go ahead and parlay that one in there. It's probably plus 5,000 odds for that. But
I don't know about plus 5,000. It's probably around maybe, plus 800.
For defensive players to score touchdowns, it's usually plus 5,000.
Oh, for a touchdown. Yeah. For an interception, that's a little different.
I'm saying pick 6. I'm saying go ahead and drop $5 bet on plus 5,000 for Patrick Surtain touchdown. That'll net you like what, $500 on $5?
Possibly, yeah.
Anyways, so did you go Broncos or Bengals?
I also went with the Broncos. Bo Nix is going to roll them. The Bengals don't know what they're doing yet. They just got embarrassed last week, and they're not done with the humiliation.
All right. So the last game is the AFC East division rivalry, and the Miami Dolphins are playing in Hard Rock Stadium, and this is their rivalry jersey game. This is where we're releasing our rival jerseys against the Jets. We're going to be wearing them. Tua Tagovailoa is going to come out. Don't be surprised if Zach Wilson gets a revenge game here.
Zach Wilson goes long because Tua can't.
Anyways, you already know I got the Dolphins. I'll be down there, Hard Rock Stadium. I'll be that extra man on defense, making sure that Tyrod Taylor has a false start or two. Remember, I got one during the Patriots game. I even told you guys I was going to get one late in the fourth quarter. You can go back and check. 12 minutes and 7 seconds to go in the fourth quarter from week 2. There's a false start. That was caused by Section 349. That's right.
And we taking the Jets, baby. One of these teams is coming out with a victory. One of these teams is getting their first victory of the season. I think it's going to be mine. He thinks it's going to be his. Drop down in the comments and tell me what you think. That's what I want to know. I want to know what these people think. Jets versus Dolphins. Backup quarterback versus a quarterback who should get backed up.
Who should be a backup quarterback?
Who should be a backup.
We'll call him a backup starter.
The backup starter, backup quarterback.
Oh, man.
With Tua Tagovailoa. Can't even say his name properly. Jets are going to win.
This is probably going to be the worst game of the week.
It's going to be fun to watch, though.
It is going to be fun to watch. I'll be there. All right, so that was our week 4 picks. AFC Eastie Boys bringing at you